Yeah, here.
Yeah, somewhere. Okay, maybe. Okay. Sorry about that, but can y'all see me or hear me? You'll have to tell me. I had to refresh the page. It just kept spinning and spinning. So if you can't, I'm just talking to myself. And I may be. We'll see. If anybody tells me if they can hear me. If not, I'm going to have to start over. Okay, great. Margaret says she can hear me and see me. Wonderful. Thank you, Margaret. Yeah. Okay. Wonderful. I was just getting the spinning. We used to say back in the day, like the spinning wheel of death. You know, you knew your computer was not going to work, so that's what I was getting. I thought, well, I just have to try to refresh and see if that works. And thank goodness it did. That's good. So I hope all of you are well. I'm sitting out here in the cool, nice weather. We've had wonderful weather the last 2 or 3 days. All that heat is gone. I'm sure it'll come back. But we've had lovely, lovely cooler weather. It's real overcast too, so I guess that's why it wasn't wanting to go through maybe. I don't know. But it has been beautiful weather. Not really pretty because it's been raining and overcast, but it's been so nice to have this cooler weather. It's been it was real rainy yesterday, and had rained overnight, but it's not rained any today, I don't think, unless I forgot. I don't know where Matt went. I'll have to ask him. But this morning it was about 60. Right now it's about 70, something like that. So it's just been so much cooler. And I know a lot of you have got to enjoy that too. A lot of you have had that cooler weather. So it's really nice. It's strange though. It feels like fall, but it's about a month too early. Matt keeps telling me it's not going to stay. I said, I know it's not going to stay. The heat's going to come back. You can do me a favor, Matt, please. I forgot. People want to see our potatoes. Would you go get a jar of the potatoes before you join me? I forgot all about that. So it has been really, really, huh? What? Matt's teasing me about something. It has been really, really nice. And I know it has been for a lot of you too. It's just we were under that. Of course, it's summer, so it's supposed to be hot, but it seems like we were under this really oppressive heat for, I don't know, about a month or something. So this weather has just been so refreshing. And the first day or so, I guess that was Saturday maybe, or maybe Friday, y'all started telling me that you were feeling it. And I was like, I don't feel nothing. But it just took longer to make it to me, I think is what it was. So it has been nice. And that rain was nice too, really nice too. So we're all doing well. I hope all of you are doing well too. Hope that you had a nice weekend. We did had a nice weekend, a busy weekend. Me and Matt canned all weekend, or canned all day Saturday. You going to join us? Oh, I started to set this on the table that I'm got the computer on. I may have to scoot over so people can see your lovely face.
Oh yeah.
There you go. There you go. So Matt especially has been enjoying the weather, hadn't you?
Absolutely.
He's really the heat really bothers him, so he's really enjoyed this. He was a little while ago was up at his deer stand and going up there to do some work,
making some final preparations.
And it's not deer season yet. He was just up there working, but a deer come and wandered around him. So we said, well, that must be a good indication for you.
Yeah.
And then the deer, go ahead.
Bad for them.
Yeah, bad for them. But then the deer left Matt and come down here and ate my peas. So that was not good. Not good at all.
Guess who got in trouble for that?
You didn't get in trouble. Matt thinks I jumped onto him. I did not jump onto you. I just said it was disappointing. It's very, very disappointing because they were Robert Ritchie's peas. I don't know. Maybe there's 1 or 2 left.
Yeah, the high ones are still hanging there, but the bottom ones are not.
So disappointing. But I shouldn't be complaining because a lot of you have been totally wiped out, and that's really the only thing the deer have ate that's really damaged anything. The doe earlier this summer, you think it's the same doe?
Yeah, that one is, and then there's another one that's got that deer don't have any fawns.
Okay.
But then there's another one that does have fawns. It's been here a little bit, not near much as she has.
But earlier in the year when it was here, it ate like some of my sunflowers, those kind of things, and didn't really bother anything else. But now it's yeah, ate my peas, which is so
This one just
disappointing.
wants to just join in, and
Yeah.
by now I walked out in the yard again, and it was on the peas a second time, and it didn't run far. It just kind of bounded up the hill and stopped and started feeding on leaves and stuff again. And I was talking to it, telling it what its future holds, and it just stood there and looked at me and
Wasn't afraid.
wasn't a bit afraid. I don't know what its deal is. I guess it just goes house to house here.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, it's not tame by any means, but it's got used to people.
Yeah.
Used to hanging out right here real close.
But the real truth is, the only person, Matt says I was mad at him. I was not mad at him at all. I was just frustrated about the deer. But then I said, you need to go up there, and I did say this, and put another alarm somewhere else. Well, then Matt goes up there to do that, and guess what? The other alarm is turned off. And you know whose fault that is? It's mine, because I turned it off because I was sitting out there doing my reading out of my book for a video. So that's my fault that I did not turn the alarm back on, and I'm so mad at myself. But what's done is done, and there's nothing I can do about it now. I need some of that wisdom that y'all share to make me feel better about my own mistake, making me lose the peas. So yeah. Anyway, but we can't complain. Our garden's been so great this year, and me and Matt spent all day Saturday. How many cans of green beans did we can?
Altogether, or this Saturday?
Just Saturday. 45?
No, we done.
I thought you said 45.
Let's see, we did.
Are you sure?
No, we didn't do that many.
Okay.
We did about 28 or 30.
Okay.
Saturday.
Well, I could have swore you said 45 when you counted. Anyway, so 30, whatever, and we did about 8 quarts of tomatoes. Saturday, so we had a busy day, and that'll probably be the last cannon from our green beans for a total of, how many did we end up this year? 85 quarts. So that's probably
off of two mediocre short rows.
Yeah, well, they done good. They're not.
Yeah, they did good.
You mean just short? Yeah.
Yeah, short in length. They're not very long at all. Yeah. They're probably, I don't know, 50 feet long or so, 60 maybe.
Yeah.
And
did.
That's a tremendous amount of beans off of rows no bigger than that.
We did can some of the Mother Stallard beans. We didn't can any of them last year. We just ate them all, and we've been eating them this year. But we got enough off of them to can. We're probably 3 jars, something like that.
Yeah, I don't remember what we did those.
Anyway, so we'll be able to see if we like them canned too. So that was good. The ones we canned Saturday, though, I think will be better than any of the ones we've canned previously this summer, just because they had so many shellies in them. They had so many extra little beans in them. So I know me and Matt both were excited by that, seeing all of those.
Yep.
And that generally happens towards the end of the growing season, or at least for us it does. Maybe it's because we get tired and don't pick as quickly as we should, but I think it's just the nature of the bean vine as it begins to kind of wear out, and the weather changes and all those kind of things. So it's just a different time. But those will be really, really good, don't you think?
They will be outstanding good, and we're going to find out tomorrow, because I'm going to hope a majority of them need them.
Yeah, 1 jar didn't seal, so we're going to eat those tomorrow. That's what we're going to do that. Let's see. I was going to talk some more about the cannon, but first let's talk about the people that need prayer. Thank you so much for praying for one another, praying for us, praying for Granny. We appreciate it so much. I know you appreciate it. And y'all have been sharing praise reports, some of you. Praise the Lord. So that's wonderful. We did read overnight that some of you have lost loved ones, a husband, father, different things like that. So please remember those that have lost loved ones, even when it's an older person that you expect, maybe they've been sick and all that. It's still really, really tough, really hard. It's never easy to lose somebody that we love. So please remember them. Continue to remember Lilybet and my friend Wendy and Buzz and Sandra, Janice Littleton. There's so many of y'all, C.S. Nanny, Norman Chester, Sarah Posey, Maddie, our friend Maddie Ann, her sister Yvonne, Norma, and Kimberly and more. You know more of them than I do because you read them in there. I mean, you know the names probably better than I do. I pray for all of them though, and God knows each name and He knows each need. Isn't that wonderful to serve a living God like that knows? So please remember all of those. The other thing I was going to say about Canon is that a lot of you have been asking, why do me and Matt cover our stuff? Why do we cover our jars in videos? Why do we do that? That was just how I learned how to can and how Matt learned how to can. And the thought behind it is that you kind of insulate the jars and keep that heat, and that helps them ensure that they seal better.
They cool slower and more naturally, and they as opposed to they're super hot when you take them out of the canner and bringing them into an air conditioned house. It may shock them a little bit, and I've literally come through the door and heard them start popping and trying to seal. And I wonder if that's not some of the ones that become unsealed.
Maybe, yeah.
But even
It's
back
just,
before then, back before the air conditioning, it's so hot in that canner, and even on a hot day, if you didn't have air conditioning, it's still kind of a shock to it to pull it out, and that temperature change. So we've just always been taught to cover them up and insulate them and let them cool slower and more naturally, and it makes a more permanent, more natural and permanent seal.
Yeah. So that's just the way me and Matt were taught. It doesn't mean that we're right and you're wrong. It just means everybody just learns different ways and learns different things that are passed down from their elders. So that's why me and Matt cover our canning things, whether it's pickles or the green beans or whatever. We cover them, the tomatoes, all those kind of things. Another thing y'all asked about was, did we can the potatoes? We dug our potatoes. We did, and I didn't look it up to get the link. Maybe one of you can get it and add it in there, but it's very easy to find. We followed Ruth. Was her name Matt? Ruth Zimmerman, I think so. Her canning video. We just did it just like she did. That's what we did, and we've opened one jar of them and really loved them. Really loved them. So, but some of you were asking what they looked like, so that's what they look like there. And you can watch her video. She gives all, detailed instruction, talks about the process, all that kind of stuff. She even at the end shows how she uses them. Sometimes if you're canning something new, you're like, how would my family actually utilize that? So she even shows that the way we did it. The jar we ate, Matt just fried them.
I've actually opened 2 jars of those.
Oh, have you? Yeah. I didn't know that.
I did one jar. I just, just lightly fried them.
Yes, Ruth Ann Zimmerman. Thank you, Linda. Ruth Ann Zimmerman. That's it. And if you search that, canning potatoes, I'm sure you'll find it. Go ahead. I'm sorry. What did you do with potatoes?
I just lightly fried them in some olive oil and some seasoning. And then the other one I opened and put in when I made stewed beef and potatoes the other day, that's the potatoes that was in it.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And they were good.
Yeah, they were really good. Both were good, but I, especially loved the fried ones, just because I like fried potatoes, so I liked them. Matthew wants to know if we'll go back to the rattlesnake beans. I don't know. The beans we've done this year did so good for us. Now the rattlesnake beans did too until last year, and they just didn't. Then we pulled them out and we replanted them, and that replanting done better. But to take up for the rattlesnake beans, it was such a dry year. It may have just been an off year for them. So I don't know. We'll have to think about what we want to do next year. But we really have enjoyed the ones we planted this year. But of course, we loved the rattlesnake beans too. We loved them.
My very favorite bean is the ones that we just canned, the
greasy beans.
The greasy beans. I love those beans. They're slower and a little more aggravating to string and break. But I sure do like them.
Yeah, they're good. And that was always Matt's favorite. But then we wanted something that would really, really produce. We just felt like they wasn't producing enough for us. So that was why we tried the rattlesnake beans. Then we really liked them. And they did produce like crazy until, like I said, until last year. So, well, I don't know what we'll do next year, though. Another thing that we've done this year, and I did get this link, so let's see if I can get it, is we canned corn for the first time. We've never, ever canned corn. We've canned pickled corn. But we've never canned corn like that.
Yeah,
I don't remember that.
way back yonder we did.
I don't remember that at all.
I do.
Well, I totally blocked that out. Okay, so Matt says we did, but we must not have done it in 10 years or more.
No, it's been probably longer than that, but yeah, we have canned it.
Okay, well, I've totally forgot that, so I'm anxious to see if I like it enough to keep doing it. So that's where who I followed on that, and that is Megan at True Grit. Her and Andy, they have the sweetest family. So you can go and watch that video. And they recently reached 100,000 subscribers. So congratulations to them. They are very, very sweet family.
I ought to open a jar of these that we just canned and eat them and find out, because we about to have some more come ready here real quick.
Yeah, we've got some more that we need to put up. So we do need to open a jar and see if we like it good enough.
That second planting, I just looked at it today. It's getting close.
Amanda, if you just search greasy bean seed, you will find several different people that sell it, but especially what is their Southern Exposure Seed Exchange? They have several different varieties of greasy beans, so you could try those too. Anyway, the corn is a new thing, even though Matt says we've done it before. I just totally don't remember it. But so a new thing, recent new thing anyway. And if we like it, then we could do that. We've always froze our corn, and we really like it like that. But the whole, the worry in the back of your mind is, what if the power went off for an extended period of time? You'd lose it all. You'd lose it, or you'd either have to get it out and can it then. You'd have to do something like that. But we really like it froze like that. So that's what we usually always do. So we'll have to figure out if we want to continue canning it or not. Another thing I wanted to share, I shared last week, but I'll give you another link here, was at the folk school. I will be at the folk school on August 19th, the 20th, and the 21st. And they're having their Appalachian week. And I'm not really teaching, but I'm going to be there doing some presentations. And those presentations at night, those dates there, they're open to the public. The other stuff during the day, of course, would just be for students who are taking classes that week. But you can follow that link and find out more information about it, find out where the folk school is, all that kind of stuff. If you got to come, I would love to meet you. That would be nice. I'll be talking about Appalachian language. I'm plumb foolish about that. One night talking kind of about how we use the blog and YouTube to preserve and help celebrate Appalachia, and then also my family's connections to the folk school, the next one. So if you're able to come to that, I would love to meet you. I don't know who will get to come with me. I think Corey may come with me. I don't know about Katie and Ira, and I don't know what Matt will be doing either, but it would be nice to see you. We have a few mugs left. Thank you to everyone who's bought mugs. This will be the last ones we have for a little while until I get Rob to make some more. And of course, that's where our cookbook is, and mine and Jim's, and CDs and records and things like that. So you can check that out. I wanted to share Paul's songs that he did last week too. If you read The Blind Pig, you've already heard one of them for the old timey. That was The Party's Over. Matt, do you remember that song? I don't know if you heard it or not. That was if you watch Paul's videos on Blind Pig and the Acorn, you'll know a few months ago he did a video about the record that me and him listened to so much when we were growing up, and he tested me on what I could remember off of it, and tested himself too. That was one of the songs off that album, and it's really, really good. He does a good job on it. And then the other one for his original, that's original, is one of Pap's songs. I'll put it right here for you so you can go and listen to it. You Need a Savior. And it's a beautiful song. Of course, I'm partial. I think all of Pap's songs are good, but that's one of my favorites because it has such an encouraging message about God's love, and also about how we should help each other, how we should love each other and help each other, be a sister and a brother to each other. So it's just a really beautiful song. And in it, you can hear the story behind the song, which is really a beautiful, beautiful thing too. All right, Matt may have to, somebody's pulled up. Matt's going to have to go check it out. But it's a beautiful song beautiful story that caused Pap to write the song. And the story actually happened. It was true, really a true thing that happened. And I won't spoil it for you. You can go listen to Paul tell it. But it happened way back when him and Granny were first married. Didn't have no kids, no Steve, no Tipper, no Paul. And when they were first married, a young girl that they both ended up wanting to help. And that's the interesting part of the story, is how that happened, how they both met her in different ways and wanted to help her. And that was Pap's thought back then, was she doesn't she have anybody? She needs a sister, a brother, somebody to help her. Well, it was many, many years later, up in the 2000s, when actually he was able to write the song. So it's a beautiful song if you get to go listen to it. Robert, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And Sainer, thank you so much too. I saw that. Thank you so much to both of you. Anyways, you can go and listen to Paul sing the beautiful song and then talk about it too. I have heard saw a lot of people asking about my birthday. My birthday's not today, it's tomorrow. And thank you very much for your kind wishes. I will be the double nickel, as Matt calls it. So that's how old I will be. I will be 55. But thank you very much for all your good wishes. And I think I'm ready to talk about the wisdom. I don't have as much wisdom this week, but y'all, please keep leaving it. It's so wonderful to be able to read it and share it with you. And also, then we'll chat. I'll see what y'all are talking about in the chat there after I read these. And Matt will be back. He'll be right back. Daphne said, my dad, who was always so punctual, would get so aggravated with my mom, who was always late for church. He would say, she'll be late for her own funeral. I bet y'all have heard that. I have a really funny story I'll tell about one of my friends. I won't tell who it is, although she probably wouldn't care. But her family and herself is kind of notorious for being late. And that's just how they are. Well, one time she was going to go to a wedding. It was somebody in her, not her immediate family, but her extended family. And they're all kind of late. So she thought, well, the wedding will probably be late too. So she wasn't worried about getting there on time. Well, she got there and the whole wedding was over. And she's like, that was a surprise. I thought they would be like the rest of us and it wouldn't be on time. She said somebody else must have been in charge of that wedding besides our family. Okay, the next one is from Rough Hewn Homestead. And it is some wisdom phraseology. When someone challenged my mom to the point of aggravation, she'd say with a wink, the toughest hide will win. I like that one. You like that, Matt?
Mm-hmm.
Toughest hide will win. This is a wow from Mary. Make sure you know what you think you know. That one's good. That one, first you're like, what? But when you really think about it, that's one that can be very deep. I like that. Thank you, Mary. Lynn said, my daddy would lock his fingers together and twirl his thumbs one way, then say, when you're tired or bored, reverse. I like that one. That'd be a good one to tell kids when they're bored.
Yeah.
Jeer Up says, pertaining to your last post regarding wisdom, I used to ask my dad questions when I was little, and he would ask why I wanted to know. I would tell him, just wondering. He would reply, don't wander too far or you'll get lost. I like that memory. Terry said, when I forget something, I always say there is so much on my mind that when something comes in my right ear, something else is pushed out the left. That's about like me, for sure these days. This was from Linda. I believe every act of kindness is a piece of love we leave behind. Isn't that beautiful? That's so beautiful. Martha said, let's see, that was about a gardening thing I kept from Martha. That was good. Too Fit for You said, as I listened to your words of wisdom, this came to me. If your heart is heavy, try holding it up to the light. And that was Kate is her name. Regards, Kate. So if your heart is heavy, try holding it up to the light. That is a beautiful, beautiful sentiment, isn't it? That's a beautiful thought. This is from Will. Oh, Teresa, thank you so much. Thank you very much. You're very, very sweet. Thank you. This is from Will. More wows of wisdom from my grandpa, Bell. To express excitement in something you did for him, he would say, I'll dance at your wedding for that. You heard that one before, Matt?
I've used that one.
When he wanted to teach you a simple trick to do something, he would say, let me show you what they taught me in the Army. When I was a whippersnapper, I would reply, "You weren't in the Army, but the Navy." He would smile and laugh every time. FYI, he was a frogman in the Navy from 1942 to 1946 and was highly decorated. One from my grandma Belle, which she reminded people often, church is not a house of saints, but a hospital for sinners. I love that one. I love that one. That's great. Thank you, Will. I absolutely love that one. Love it. This is from Landor. This isn't really a wisdom, but I considered it one when my friend told me. Her family all moved from northern PA to Arizona, and my friend never got used to it, especially the heat. Some told her it's a dry heat, though, and she replied, "So is my oven, but you don't see me in that." I was reminded of it when the lady said Las Vegas was 104, I think. I like that. I like that. That's sounds like our kind of humor, don't it, Matt?
Mm-hmm.
Wes said, "My dad told me the reason you have two ears and one mouth is because one is supposed to be used twice as much as the other." LOL. That was a good one, too. And so true. So true. Doris said, "You can get glad in the same shoes you got mad in." I like that one. Cindy said, "Words of wisdom from my great grandpa. When given something to eat that wasn't very good, he would say, I've ate worse and kept it down. He was a remarkable man." I like that, don't you, Matt?
That's a good one.
Mm-hmm. Annette said, "Tipper, this really isn't a regular wow, but wow. Just saw it while looking on Facebook. I still believe in amazing grace, that there is power in the blood, that he walks and he talks with me, that because he lives, I can face tomorrow, all because of the old rugged cross." That's really beautiful, Annette. And those are, all hymns that we all love. I'm sure y'all are like me and you love them. So that was really beautiful. So that's it for the words of wisdom. Thank you all so much for sharing them, and keep sharing them, even ones that maybe you think we've already heard or already shared. Maybe somebody else has shared it and we've already shared it. Share it again anyway. The more that we share them, the more they get ingrained in our head and can help us. So that's great. Mark says, "My grandpa would say about his coffee that it was all saucered and blowed." I have memories of people saucering and blowing their tea and their coffee. I had a great Aunt Pearl, and I can remember her doing that at my Granny Gazzy's house. And she just always seemed so, I guess, because she had lived up north and she just seemed more cityfied or whatever, impressive than the rest of us. So I would watch her. I would watch her do that in Granny's pretty teacup and saucer and watch her pour it out. And then I've seen Granny do that too. So you've seen people saucer and blow stuff,
Not
man.
very much anymore, but I have seen it.
I'm sure it's totally like, as far as manners or etiquette or whatever, it's out of fashion today. But in the old days, lots of people did that. And if you think about them cooking on a wood stove, how hot it would get, you would need to do that.
I wouldn't want to do it because I like mine so hot it'll burn the hair off of you.
Yeah, Matt likes his really, really hot. Oh, Tammy's, I'm sorry. Tammy needs prayers for another tooth we pulled on Wednesday. I'm so sorry about that. Toothaches are bad, and having teeth pulled can be bad too. I know that. I'm sorry, and we will pray for you. Another person I forgot to mention was Shelby, and I don't know if her surgery went good or not. It was supposed to be on August 1st for the tumor in her eye area, so I pray that she's still that she come through that okay and that she's doing good. I hope so. How many days until deer season? Hogwaller Creek Homestead wants to know.
Let's see, about 38 or 40, thereabouts.
Kim says, "Happy birthday, Tipper. Tell the deer blind fortune teller, aka Matt, to take you out somewhere someone else does the cooking." Well, he's W&C Farmers Market for greasy bean seeds. Okay, thank you for sharing that, Kim, and thank you so much for that super chat. You're very kind. Thank you. They are going to, I'm not going to have to, we're not going out to eat, but I'm not going to have to worry about cooking tomorrow. Matt and the girls are going to handle it. And Corey's going to make desserts that I requested, and Matt and Katie are cooking, and they're all cooking together. So I won't have to worry about it. And I think we're going to share it with you. They're going to do that too, though. So I don't have to do that. So
Making you a nice hot, fresh possum souffle.
Well, if you cooked it, it'd probably be good.
Mm.
Hopefully they're going to handle that though, and that will be a present too, though, a video that I don't have to worry about. So that'd be nice. That will be nice. Oh, David, I will. I saw Granny the Great today, and she was doing okay, and then she was doing even better because after this afternoon, Paul took her to eat, so she always likes to go somewhere. So I know she was happy about that. Oh, LL89, we will pray for your stepmother. She's 90. Okay, we will pray for her. Matt is a good cook, Daryl. He's a good cook. And Corey and Katie are too. So Katie, when she's cooked a little bit her whole life, kind of, but she never was as interested in it as Corey, which is fine. But since she had to be on the strange diet, which she's not now, but with Ira, she had to actually just start cooking to figure out what she could eat and all that. So she's turned into a good little cook, ain't she?
Yeah.
She really has, yeah. She makes these breadsticks. I don't know if they've shared it on their channel or not, but they're so simple, but they're so good, aren't they? They're
Yeah,
really
I
good.
wouldn't even call them a breadstick. I mean,
You think they're more like a roll?
Yeah, they're like a soft, steamy yeast roll that's
Mm.
got garlic and cheese in the middle of it, and
But
they're
there's
just so fantastically good.
yeah, but there's no rising or anything.
No, I mean,
She needs to do that. It's not like an all day, like you'd think about bread like that takes you
yeah,
all day. It's real. She can whip them up in 15 minutes,
yeah,
can't she?
yeah.
So really, really good.
Oh, they're good.
Yeah, really good. Papaw says souffle from the middle of the highway, dehydrated.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Now, Papaw had some really cool weather at his house. He's further higher elevation than us, though, in North Carolina. But he was telling me I was jealous of his cool weather, but it finally did get cooler here, but not as cool as what he got to enjoy, though. Oh, let's see. I'm probably going to say it wrong, but Salim, happy anniversary. That's amazing, 48 years, but I'm so sorry you lost your husband. Granny still remembers every year and does something special for her and Pap, even though he's been gone too. I'm so sorry you lost your husband. Still a sweet day to remember, though, for sure. Tina wants to know, so what's Matt going to cook me for supper? I requested stew beef.
Yeah.
So
stew beef and taters, and probably some of them good green beans we just canned, and maybe a few that we picked mixed in with it, and maybe some corn out of the garden. And I think Corey's making cornbread, or Corey's making some kind of bread.
I think she's going to make the iron corn, as I call it.
And then she's making some kind of dessert, ain't she?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's going to make me I asked for a pumpkin roll. I think that's what she's going to make. Loretta, I bet you have been enjoying this weather. Loretta's kind of in our neck of the woods. She's not really close by, but she's within driving distance, I guess is what you'd say. So, and I bet you had it cooler, Loretta, than we do. I bet it's cooler at your house than here. Celebrating farm life. There are still people having having problems from Helene. The best people that I would say with that information is the Appalachian Navy. Check out his channel. He has people and he has links to like centers that are still donating everyday supplies, kind of thing, and some building stuff too. But like an Amazon list so that you can ship it directly to the people that need it. Also, Samaritan's Purse is still in the area working with people. So those would be two things you could check out. Oh, Sandra had 55. Wow, that was chilly. Mama and Papa said down in the 60s at night in Virginia, 70s in the day. That's what it was here today. That's kind of what we've had. Renee, I'm not sure if I know. I know of Greasy Creek here in Brasstown, but that may not be the same one that you're talking about. I was born in Copper Hill, though, so I am familiar a little bit with that area, just from my Granny's family would often, that's where they went to the doctor and those kind of things. So we do have well water, Marcia. We do, Marcia. I don't know how you say your name, but yes, we have well water. Oh, Edna, I'm sorry you've had sciatica for that long. Matt's had that before in the past, and he knows that's a misery for sure. So we will pray for you, Edna, to get over that.
That is almost as bad as kidney stones. Almost.
Matt's had kidney stones too. I've never had neither one of them.
Kidney stones is the worst thing that's ever got a hold of me.
Oh, Miles. Okay, thank you. Thank you for that. That's smart to do it that way. Thank you. Yeah, Ducktown, Bryan, and Copper Hill, that area. Yeah. Yeah, Franklin, 60 degrees too. So you've been enjoying the cooler weather that we've got. Yeah, Papa, I'm sorry for your gout. I've sure never had that. And I don't know anybody, I don't think, that has it like you do in all the various different places. Pap had it once or twice, just only in his toe, in his big toe. But just the way he acted, I know it really hurt him. And so I know yours is in different areas, so it's worse. And you fight it constantly instead of just a bout of it and it goes away like Pap had. Oh, I was saying her, I hope the shots help. Mm. Okay, Deborah, I will look for that. We're off like a herd of turtles. That's a good one, Susie. That's about how me and Matt, we didn't have that many kids, but that's how we felt always and still do, right? Our daughters are notoriously slow about getting ready to leave. Drives Matt crazy.
My goodness.
Christy, we do plant watermelon and cantaloupe. We didn't plant no cantaloupe this year. We planted some watermelon, but it never does good for us, really.
What's that thing down there in the big garden on the end of the vine that's covered up in the weeds? I can't even tell what it is.
Those are winter squash. There's
Okay.
Winter squash. I'm sorry you're having trouble though with the birds pecking them. We didn't have birds, but what we would have is a turtle would come up and take a bite out of them if we managed to grow them. Ours never done very well at all. Never done very well at all. Let me tell. Fried raisin pies ain't Big B. I don't think I've never made them, I know, but I don't think I've ever had them either. I don't think I've ever had those.
That sounds good.
It does sound really good, though. Oh, Gina, I'm so glad you've been enjoying the readings. I'm so glad. That's good. Thank you. Clockwork Burgundy says, what's the kind of tomato is your go-to for a tomato sandwich, Matt?
Me?
Yeah, for both of us, I guess, but it'd be the same answer.
Cherokee purple.
Cherokee purple. We really love those. I do love the Randy Hooper that we're growing, though. Sainer says, that's why I like doing stuff alone. Me and myself are always ready at the same time. Yeah, Matt gets that for sure. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Connie. Very nice. Y'all are all so nice. Melody says, my husband would eat fried taters 3 times a day, 7 days a week. Yeah, they are good. Matt makes really good fried potatoes. Pap made delicious fried potatoes. And I mean, just made the best fried potatoes. I loved them. And then he would tell stories, of course, of his mother making them or something like that. But he would talk about Matt, who the fried potatoes he really liked would be when the church men would go on a camping trip and Bergen Moore would make fried potatoes. Mm-hmm. Pap would be like, he don't even turn them but one time, and they're so good. So, but Pap's was awful good too. Oh, little mama, that's a good. I've heard other people say that about the cherry juice. Mr. Bill, we put 2 watermelon in kind of that raised bed it's like a cold frame turned raised bed, I guess, this year. And they've not done real well, but I didn't plant them till late either. We just kept putting it off and putting it off. So I can't even say that it was that it was a good setup in the beginning for them. Oh, Appalachia Sam, that's good. We have those weird volunteers back in the back, the winter squash. They're dying back though, so whatever they've become, they've pretty much become now. I'm just waiting for them to turn. But yeah, I love volunteers because they seem like they do so much better than things you plant on purpose. I used to tease Matt that I was just going to plant our garden in like October and let it sit there all winter and then see how it did. Kathy, the Cherokee purple, how to tell when they're ripe. They don't really turn purple. They turn more of a dusky looking hue. I guess is why people call them purple. But for you, Matt, you feel of them.
Yeah, any tomato, I'll feel of it. I don't care what color it is. I'll feel of it, and I know what it's supposed to feel like when it's ready for me to eat it. So it's just a certain softness.
Yeah. Wanda, thank you. That's a good one. You only live once, but if you do it right, once is enough. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Annette, you are so kind. Thank you so much. You are true. No, I'm not saying true about me and Matt, but true about the community. Y'all are all great. You're wonderful. You are. I agree with that. You're the best community on YouTube for sure. I absolutely agree with that. Cindy, for the cabbages, we made a lot of canned coleslaw this year that Matt loves, and then we did make kraut. Probably what, I don't know how many jars of kraut we
There's
made.
probably 10 or 12.
About 12 things of kraut, yeah, and the rest we used all for canned coleslaw, and we've already eat a jar of it. It was good.
Yeah,
we ate it yesterday, and then actually the leftovers for tonight for supper. Matt made me a delicious sandwich for supper. It was the leftovers from yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I come in the kitchen to see. I knew he was going to eat leftovers, but then Matt was in there making a sandwich, and I thought, oh well, he's just decided he'd rather have a tomato sandwich or whatever. But then I said, "What are you doing?" He said, "I'm making you a sandwich. I was going to surprise you with it, but I come in the kitchen." So what was on it, Matt? Pork, and we had a pork roast yesterday.
Actually, it was like a Boston butt that I slow cooked all day yesterday, and then I just took pieces of that and put on some homemade bread I'd made yesterday as well, and a little bit of provolone cheese, and melted that on top of it, and then actually put some of the canned coleslaw on top of that, put the other piece of bread on, and lightly toasted it a little bit, and it turned out pretty good.
It was delicious. It was really, really good. Mm-hmm. It really was. Oh, S. Beatty, thank you, and I hope that you're over all that. We pray that you're doing better from all that cancer. Wanda, I know, I can't imagine how you must miss him. I know it does everything feel different. Diana, that sounds delicious. I could ask Granny about the Lisa, I'll ask Granny about that, but I'm not sure she'll do it or not. It'll just depend on how she's feeling, if she feels good or not. So, but I will ask her. Christy, we don't have pawpaw trees right here where we live. I wish we did. I've tried to plant them from seeds once or twice, and I never get them to come up. But I guess they must not like this little area. I don't even know. Have you ever heard of any being in Cherokee County? Now, I know there's some in Swain County, just naturally.
I don't know of any, no.
I know a man down near Ranger that had them, but I think he had planted his, and he would share them with people sometimes. But other areas of Appalachia, they just grow wild. Like here, we have persimmon trees that grow like that, but we don't have the pawpaws. Oh, I pray that too. Wonderful that you're cancer free. That's wonderful. Oh, rough hewn homestead. We will pray about that. Kip, do you ever go through the McDonald's drive-through? I've not ate at McDonald's in many years now, but used to. I went through the McDonald's drive-through to get a Happy Meal or whatever for the girls, but I've not been through one in a long time. I will tell you this: when I was pregnant with Corey and Katie, I was so sick, and I worked at McDonald's when I was in high school, but I was so sick And one of the very few things that I could eat and hold down was a McDonald's cheeseburger, like a little cheeseburger. That was it. And that's just all I could do was that. So I would eat a lot of those, didn't I, Matt?
Mm-hmm.
I would, when I finally got better enough to go back to work, I would leave work and drive to the McDonald's in Andrews and go through the drive-through then and get me a cheeseburger and a French fry and go back and try to very slowly eat it without refunding it. But I've not been to McDonald's in years now.
Yeah,
But
either.
we used to. Used to go through the drive-through. Oh, Donna, yeah, we'd like to do that. Taking on a little sightseeing video. That would be fun to do that. Oh, Teresa, that's interesting. Yeah, sometimes you get foundered. You got foundered on them. You had so many. Oh, Sainer, I love that. Sainer says, my mom's been gone a year this past Saturday at 91 years old. She always added this to her goodbyes, be good, but not too good, or you'll miss half the fun. I like that saying, that goodbye. I'm sorry you lost her, though. I know you miss her. Brian says we eat breakfast at Hardee's at Andrews every time we go to Cherokee. Oh, Kim, I'm so sorry you fell. Yes, we will pray for you and pray for your head. I'm so sorry that you fell. Oh, y'all are very nice. Thank you for all the birthday wishes. Oh, I'm glad you liked the dandelion jelly. I've not made any this year or last year, so it's been a while since I made any. Yes, refunding, barfing, yeah, vomiting. That's what you'll hear in Appalachia, vomit. Put the C and the K in there. Oh, Deb, I'm sorry. I will pray for you. I know hip surgery can be really, really tough. I know. I can't imagine how hard it is to get over. I will pray for you. Oh, y'all are very nice. Can Matt show his knife, please? What kind of knife you got on today? He's got a few videos. You may have already saw those, but in case you didn't, about knives on our channel, you can find.
That's one you actually got me for Christmas.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. That is a Heli brand. Heli Felniven, I think it's called. It's a Norwegian knife. Very nice. I like it. I don't use it a whole lot because it's so pretty. I don't want to skin it up too bad, but it's my Sunday go to meeting knife.
Sunday go to meeting knife. Yeah. Well, I'm glad you like it. Camel was from Ireland. Thank you for watching from Ireland. And you asked if we'd ever been out of the country. We've never been out of the country. We've never even been to all parts of this country. But no, we've never been out of the country. Me or Matt, neither one. Oh, Danielle, I'm so glad everybody liked the cake. That's great. That's wonderful. That's great. So glad you liked it. That's wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you so much. Yeah, we've not traveled very much either, Mauve. We've not either.
I like to stick close to the barn.
David says, in my family, we call all knives Barlows. I like that.
I've actually got a Barlow style knife in my pocket, and I don't generally, never really did carry one of those, but I come across this one, or you did, years ago. You remember, gosh, probably 15 years ago, you bought a lot off of eBay.
Yeah.
Of pocket knives.
Yeah.
And they ended up in the drawer, and they sat there for a long time. And I finally just happened to look at that one day, and I got it out and cleaned it up as best it could be cleaned up. It was old and used and rusty and all that. And I got that thing cleaned up and got it working good. And then found out, it was some of that good old steel, and it sharpened up just wicked sharp. And I just started carrying it, and I really, really like that knife.
Oh, that's good.
It's
Yeah.
little, you know,
Yeah.
it's small, but I really like it. It's knives like they don't make anymore.
Oh, that's good. Michael says, speaking of knives, do we ever think about getting Paps out of behind the wall in the house down
yes.
there? We've all thought about
Yeah.
it. Thought about taking a what do you call it, metal detector down there or something, or just tearing the wall out and seeing if we find it. Maybe someday somebody will, but we never have. And I don't know, maybe someday somebody will. I guess my fear is, what if we open it up, it ain't there? But I'm positive it is, because he knew, he laid it down and then covered it up, and he was just so tired, and it was like, I'm not, and the cost of the sheetrock. And in those days, you know, you didn't just go to Lowe's, you had to go much further than that to get sheetrock. So
I've thought about that many, many, many times, just because of how long ago it was, and the vintage of the knife. I know it's a good one. And of course, since he had it, it would just mean a whole lot. And I would love to have that knife. But if I did get it, I would probably give it to Paul or Steve, because they should have it first, you know, or you, whoever.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't use a knife, so.
But I'd like to get my hands on it and handle it a little bit, and then and then let it go.
And I have one knife that was Daddy's, that he'd give to a man to work on, like more than 25 years ago, probably 30 or 40 years ago. And then he never did fix it. And somehow it ended back up at church. It was Steve or another man. And that man gave it back to Steve, and Steve brought it to me. And then I had somebody fix it. So it's fixed. It's what is it? Camelus?
Yeah, it's
a Camelus. So I have it in my kitchen. Yeah. So. Oh, that's they were in their family. Bill's grandmother had a pistol in the wall of the house. No one has found it. Wow. Pap was working, building the house, and he just laid his knife down and then wasn't thinking about it, and sheetrocked over top of it, laid it in the studs or whatever, and then didn't want to tear it down. It wasn't worth it would be easier to get another knife than to go and try to fix that. So Barry, pawpaws, everybody, so all of you people who've eaten them, you can put in there what you think they taste like. I think they taste like sort of like a banana, but with a pineapple flavor mixed in, is what I say. But other people say different things. So all of you who've had pawpaws, you'll have to tell what you think that they taste like. So Barry will know. Oh, Teresa says they're gross. I think it's because you said you was foundered on them, Teresa.
I don't think I've ever eaten one of those. You've eaten them?
Yeah, I've ate them. One time, Mr. Shields, I was talking about, that had them out in Ranger, he sent some home with Paul, and Paul was teaching, or not teaching, but was the principal at Ranger Elementary. And so I ate them with Granny and Pap. And then somebody at the folk school gave me some one time. We do. So someone's asking, do we eat ramps? We do. We love ramps. We've not went and dug ramps, though, in several years now, but we do love them. And there's none that grow right here where we're at, but the ones that we went to last time are within what?
Yeah, they're
about
15, 20 miles from here.
Yeah. Denisha says, have we ever eaten a raw crabapple from Corey's tree? No. I've tasted crab apples before, though, like when you're kids, and I like my apples very sweet if I'm going to eat them like that. Now, they make wonderful jelly. Kim got foundered on huckleberries. You can do that, getting foundered on something. I have a video where Granny tells a story about getting foundered on new potatoes and fresh peas. She thought she's going to die. She finally got over it, though, and then, of course, today she loves them. So RB says you see the road is out between Cherokee and Gatlinburg. No, I did not see that. I didn't know that. I didn't know, hadn't heard anything about that. Was it a landslide or what happened? So Susie agrees with me. Pawpaws taste like a banana with a tropical twang. Yeah. Oh, Kim, you're very kind. Thank you so much. You're very kind. Donna wants to know, did we name Corey from Barefoot in the Park? No, we named Corey Matt named Corey. Matt really named Corey and Katie both. But Matt had an aunt, Cora, that they called Corey, a great aunt, Cora, but they called her Corey.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where Corey's name came from.
Tell them where Katie's name came from.
And Matt's papaw had a mule named Kate.
Kate the mule.
Kate the mule. So that's where Katie's come from. All the way from Puerto Rico. Wow. Hello, Grizel. Grizel, I'm probably saying your name right, but thank you for watching. Okay, Darlene says mudslide, I think. I've not heard that. So, yeah. I hope they get it cleaned up, and I hope nobody was injured for sure. Don't tell Katie. She already knows.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And we didn't have any idea at the time, but
it was fitting. Really fits. It was very fitting. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Very fitting. Pat, we've canned, what did we say we canned? 85 quarts of green beans? Mm-hmm. Is that what we said? Mm-hmm. Does Matt now put mayonnaise on both slices of his bread, or have you went back to just one slice?
Pretty much both slices. There was a time I wouldn't eat mayonnaise way back yonder, and I had to kind of gradually get to where I got to liking it. And even then, I would only tolerate so much. As ignorant as that sounds, but that's just the way it is. Yeah. But now I've got to where I really like it, and I'll just slather it on all kinds of stuff. I like it in a bowl of soup beans off good. You ever done that?
No, I've never done that, but I've seen people do that. They like to put mayonnaise in their soup beans. I've seen that.
I like it on a hot dog off good too.
Yeah, I like it. I like to put slaw on my hot dog.
I don't.
You don't like slaw, but you don't like it on your hot dog?
I like to eat it beside a hot dog, but I don't want it on my hot dog.
I love a hot dog with chili and mayonnaise. I mean, not mayonnaise. Well, in the slaw, there's mayonnaise, but chili and slaw and ketchup. And I don't really like it if one of those things are missing. Kimberly, our garlic does grow scapes. But I didn't do anything with them this year. I just never did. And we've not even harvested our garlic, and it just looks really bad. But I know it's okay. It's under the ground, but we need to pull it up. That's on our list. Maybe we'll do that this week, Matt. You remind me.
You've already got the week filled up.
Yeah, I do have the week filled up. RB says my mom liked ketchup in her grits. That sounds pretty good. I like ketchup a lot, so. Kraut is good on a hot dog, Ramona. It is. And also the canned coleslaw that we make is good on a hot dog.
I saw a movie here. It's an old movie, but I think it's a Clint Eastwood movie. And he said, you do not, and I repeat, you do not put ketchup on a hot dog.
Yeah.
I think it's a regional thing from wherever they were from. That they did mustard on a hot dog with absolutely no ketchup whatsoever. I don't know where that is. I think it's up north somewhere, but I don't. And then there's some places up there that are just the opposite. You know, they don't ketchup and no mustard. Yeah. I kind of like both on mine.
Yeah. Trina, that's wonderful. That's all kinds of good eating that you'll be able to enjoy this winter. That's great. And thank you for the birthday wishes. That's great. We eat, instead of Duke's, we like Hellman's or Blue Plate. Let's see. I seen another question. When do you know when your potatoes are ready to harvest? When all the plants die back. Now, most people, including us, wait till fall of the year to do it. But this year, me and Matt dug the ones in the big garden earlier than we've ever dug them before. But it was because we were having so much rain, and we kept hearing local people tell us their potatoes had rotted this year. And we were like, we don't want that to happen. So we went ahead and dug them. But most of the time, we would wait till fall.
Mm-hmm.
Most people do. But when your plants die back, that's pretty much all they're going to do. The theory of waiting is that they'll develop maybe a thicker skin, and you'll be able to get them to last longer.
And they'll store better.
Yeah, but so far ours are doing really good. We've eaten a lot of them. We've canned some of them, and then we still have some, though, down in the basement. Clint says, amen, no ketchup on a hot dog. It's in the Bible. That's funny. Uncle Sasquatch said, man, I think it was San Francisco. It was one of the Dirty Harry movies that you're talking about. Yeah.
I believe that is correct.
Oh, family day outdoors. The cooler weather is wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Donna, we've grown Crowder peas before, but it's been a long time. It's been a long time since we grew them. RB says, how much wood have you got cut?
Firewood?
Yeah.
Not really cut any, but I've got...
Other than what fell in the garden?
I've got that, and I've got left from last year that's split. There's probably a cord and a half of that. And then the big tree that fell on the garden, I got permission today to go ahead and go across the creek and cut all that up and get that wood, and that'll be a bunch of wood. And then there's a tree that was cut a year or so ago at the end of the garden that's kind of growed up in the weeds, and it's a hickory, and that'll make quite a bit of wood. So that'll do us up until probably the first of the year if I can get all that done and get it in and get it in the dry.
Yeah. That'd be good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Matt was excited to find out today that he could cut the rest of the tree. We'd cut, of course, what was on our garden, but the big part of it was laying, and it's on somebody else's land. But they told Matt today he could have it.
Yeah, that big tree, I won't try to burn it till next fall because it's too green.
Denisha asked what the boys will call us. I'm Grandma and Matt's Papa, or that's what we're saying. Now we've been told that sometimes kids come up with what they want to call you, but so far it's Grandma and Papa.
I'm scared of what ours are.
Well, they both say Papa, and Woodrow's so cute when he says Papa. He loves Matt. Well, both of them do, but Woodrow just lights up, and Ira says grandma, but it's you can't really understand the grand part. So he's getting there though. But they definitely know who we are, which is really sweet. Somebody asked if I would make chow chow this year. I don't know if I'll make chow chow this year because I made some last year. It makes a lot, and we didn't eat it all, so we still have some. So I probably won't. Diana, we have canned white half runners very often. We've grown them a lot. That's what Granny and Pap grew. Lisa wants to know if you're planning on putting up a deer processing table by your shed this year.
I don't know. I hadn't really thought of that. That's probably a pretty good idea. I've got to finish the shed first.
You was going to put a skinning pole or whatever down there.
I'm going to rig up some way to hang them and skin them down there for sure, but I hadn't thought about really a processing place.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That'd be nice. Christy, we had leftovers. We had leftovers for supper. Had a pork sandwich Matt made me. Oh, ain't Big be that sweet. My daughter called her grandpa Papa in a tree, Papa in a tree when she was little. I like that. Okay, let's see. Charmin says the landslide is actually underneath the road. The Russian water washed underneath the pavement and caused the southbound lane to be unstable. It is between the mile marker 12 and 13 on the Tennessee side. Okay, thank you. We had not heard that. Oh, Judy, that's wonderful. I'm so glad I found that recipe. It's really, really good. Just recently, the people, Nelson Road, I think's the name of the website, had come to my blog, and they just left a comment and said, "Thank you. You've sent so many people to our to our recipe for canned coleslaw. Thank you for sending
Boy,
people.
that stuff is good.
It is really good." Thomas says, "Do we ever just take a day off?"
I try.
We try sometimes. We do, though. We take days off and I would say more, we take periods of time off
Yeah,
during the day.
there's certain days that you get parts of the day off, but not
Yeah.
all of it.
Yeah.
Which works out good.
Yeah. It's, we do what we love. We're our celebrating Appalachia is our daily life. So like working all day Saturday, putting that stuff up, me and Matt love that. Yeah, we were tired at the end of the day, but we love it because we know that that's going to feed us through the winter. And we grew those green beans with the good Lord's help, and how wonderful that is to be able to provide it for our family. So a lot of the stuff we do might be considered work, but we love it. So it's not really work. In other
We'd be doing
words,
it whether we was filming it or not, and we always did in the
right?
past.
Yeah.
That's just what we've always done. And
Yeah.
and we always will until we can't anymore.
Yeah. Oh, Brenda, I love that. Brenda says, "My husband's name is Rocky. Our grandson is supposed to call him Papa Rock. It comes out Paka Rocka." I love that. That's cute. That's cute. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Deborah. Thank all of you. Y'all are so nice. We've kept you for over an hour. We need to let you go on and enjoy your evening, but thank you for talking with us. And
I started to ask you if you was going to just keep talking.
if I was going to go all night till I tucked you in bed, yeah, I could say good night, sleep tight, don't let the bed bugs bite. That's what I'd say to Corey and Katie. I could say that to y'all. One time there was a little girl, spent the night with them, and I said that to all three of them, and she looked at me and got real serious. And I said, "What is it?" And she said, "That's what my mama says." I said, "Well, me and your mama grew up together, so that makes sense." Both of our mamas probably said it to us, so it was sweet. But yeah, we hope you have a good night. Hope you have a wonderful, wonderful week. We appreciate you and we love you all. Bye-bye.